Hi, welcome to Testing with RK. In this session we will discuss conditional statements in C#. So what are conditional statements? Conditional statements are used to perform different actions, different events for different decisions, and we will see them in detail. So we have got in C# we have got two major conditional statements. One is if and switch. If can be seen further in three different flavors, and then we have switch. We will look at each of them one by one in detail. So switch in here. So the first one is conditional statements. First one we have is if. Okay, so how does it work? We specify, we put the operators, we specify a condition. If that condition is true, then it will enter into a block. So for example, let me put into an example. We'll define a variable called string today equal to Monday. Okay, we will say if today is equal to Monday, then print today is Monday. Okay, sort it out. Oops. So string today is Monday. If today is Monday, remember from our operators session, equal to is basically checking if it is equal to that value. So if today has that value Monday, then this will be printed on the console. If not, nothing will be printed. Let's check and run it. Today is Monday. Great. But what if we were to say that if today is Monday and if today is not Monday, then what should happen? Then we can say else console today is not Monday. What will happen in this situation is that if the statement matches today is equals to Monday, then this will be printed. But if the statement today does not match with this specific value, it will print this particular statement. So if we save and run this one, today is Monday, that's right. And if I change this to Tuesday and run it, it will say today is not Monday. Mind you, if I change this to ABC, it will print this statement, because anything that is not equal to this will print this. That's why we are saying else. If this condition is true, perform this block of perform every action in this block, else perform anything that is available in this block. Okay, so if I run this one, it will say today is not Monday. Now if we were to say let's take another example. Yep, the workout example. I'm going to say if today is Monday, then we will say the workout for today is run, and I'll print workout of the day. We'll say if today is Monday, then today's workout is run. If, else if, another block. This is another conditional statement, and here we're going to say today, if it is equals to Tuesday, then we are going to do weights training, and I'm just going to copy this block here, and I will say if today is Wednesday, then yoga, Thursday, swim, Friday CrossFit, and here else if today is equals to Saturday. And remember from our operators session we said if to use the or we can use this pipeline section. We're going to say if today is Saturday or today is Sunday, then something is wrong here. Okay, so yeah, today is Sunday. So else if today is Saturday or today is Sunday, then we will say no training, it's a rest day. Okay, else if the user enters any other day apart from any other value apart from these entries, we are going to say invalid entry. Invalid entry, and save this program. So let's have a quick run. We have a variable called today and we have else if else block. So basically what this is, this block has, as you can see, multiple else if. Else if is another condition. The control statement will come here. Today it will check. So for example, if I make this Friday, what will happen is the control will come here and check the value of today. Is it Friday? No. It will come here, false. It will come here, false. It will come here, false. And finally when it comes here, Friday equals to Friday, true. It will perform whatever it needs to perform in this block and it will exit the entire if control structure. So let's run this one. So workout of the day, CrossFit. That's right, because it's Friday. Oops, sorry. And if we were to say ABC, invalid entry. That's right. What if we were to say that on Saturday and Sunday, although it's a rest day, optionally on Saturday one is allowed to bike? Okay, so basically what I am saying is that the moment I come into this block, okay, I want to check if today is Saturday, then I'm allowed to bike, which is optional, or if it is Sunday, then it will just print rest day. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we will print rest day, okay, as it is. We will have another if block within a block. This is called nested ifs. Okay, so if today is equal to Saturday, then we will print a statement, rest day, but we'll say bike, but optional. Okay, so we are saying that if it is Saturday, if today is Saturday or Sunday, it will come in this block. Then it will further check if it is Saturday, then it will print this particular state saying bike, but it's optional. Okay, so let's put that value in today and run this program, and we will see it says workout of the day. It is rest day because today is Saturday, but you can bike and it's optional. If I was to say Sunday, sorry, if I was to say today is Sunday and run this, it will just say rest day. So basically my point is the if conditional statements are basically a decision block. Right at the top we put the condition, it checks for that condition, and if that condition is true, it will enter the block and perform all the actions within it. We can nest if into another if. We can have a further if statement within that, but you have to ask a question, when do you want to have nested ifs? having, although I've seen from my experience having nested if, at times if you are putting things logically, you would see that you have to nest your ifs, but it can get really difficult when you are debugging or when you're revisiting your own code. It gets really, and the code gets a little bit messy as well. But that's if, else if. So the three different flavors that we were saying, that if, else if, and if, that's if block for us. We have another conditional statement, switch. What switch does is that, imagine if I was to print, let's look at the example. Int day is equals to 1, which is a value. To print a switch, to use a switch statement, we say switch, and then followed by the day value that we want to check, day. Oops, sorry. Small, yep, switch. Okay, day, and then we are going to say case 1. I'm going to say first of month. Then case 2, so oops, my bad, sorry, console of month, break, case 3, oops, sorry, case 3, third of month, oops, break, and so on and so forth. So our scenario here is that we have a variable called day. Day has a number between 1 and 30, or it can have any number. In fact, it will jump into switch statement, and then we have these cases saying case 1, case 2, case 3. What it is doing is that in this segment, when it comes here in this statement, the switch will have the value 1. It will come into these cases and it will check if the value is 1 or 2 or 3, whichever is the value. It will get into that block and it will execute the code. It will look at this statement called break. If it encounters the statement break, it will come out of the switch block. We also have another default thing, default block. The purpose of default block is if none of these cases match with the day, it will execute by default this whatever is under this block. So other days of the month, okay, followed by break. Okay, sweet. So if we run this program for now, and because it's first, it is printing the first of the month. If I was to say 10, it will go into this block, it will come here, it will see 10, it will, this one, if this case will fail, this case will fail, this case will fail, and it will jump into the default section and it will say other days of the month, other days of the month. Okay, so there with the switch statement, you have two most important things to take from here. The statement called break. Now the break is important because what it does is that whatever has been written before this section. Okay, so for example, let me show you. After break, what will happen is here, what did I do wrong? Console, yeah, that should be fine. So what will happen here is that it will look at the value 1, it will come here, it will check this is the block, it will execute this block. Now because these three statements are within the same block, okay, right, because these three statements are within the same block, we would think that it will execute all of it. But what happens is that the moment it encounters break in the execution code, it will exit from the switch statement and will start executing the other lines of code. Okay, so if we run this code now, we will see console first of the month, it executed the break, okay, but it did not print the after the break statement, although this was in the same block, but because we have applied break. So make sure the break is always the last thing in the case, first thing to take. The second thing is default. Default section will be executed if none of these cases matches. So you may want to put something really sensible in there when you're thinking of all the cases or scenarios for your automated test. Make sure you have something which will support your scenarios. Okay, so I think that's it. So we have if else, and if else if, and then we saw switch. These are the very common, these are the, in fact these are the only one conditional statements we have in C#, and we will be using a lot of them when building our automated test scripts. And you may ask why. If you see, when we perform any manual testing, we are always asking question, without knowing, we are always asking question, what if I do this, what if this happens, what if that happens, what if I change the value of this button, am I getting this response, what if I changing the value in the text box, am I getting this image. So in our automated test scripts, we will be using a lot of if to make an assertion whether the test has passed or failed. Okay, on that note, I have got some quiz here, some of the tests, just to recap what we have learned so far. Okay, so the first one we have is print hello world if x is greater than y. So int x equals to 50, int y equals to 10, something here, x something, y, and then this. I want you to fill in the blank in here so that hello world is printed on the console. Pause the video, play it again when you're ready. So the answer is int x is equals to 50, int y equals to 10 if x is greater than, so because x is 50, 50 is greater than 10, true, it will come to this block and it will print hello world. Next, print hello world if x is equal to y. Okay, so int x is 50, y is 50, something here, so that hello world is printed on the console. Okay, pause the video, write down your answer. When you're ready, play it again. So the answer is if x is equals to, remember from our operation, double equal to is for checking if they are, it's a comparison operator, whereas single equal to is an assignment operator. Okay, brilliant. Next question. Print yes if x is equals to y, otherwise print no. Okay, so I'm saying int x equals to 50, int y is equals to 50. Print yes if x is equals to y. If x is equals to y, we want to print this. If not, we want to print no. Okay, so pause the video, write down your answer. When you're ready, play it again. So the answer is if x is equal to y, it will print 50, else it will print no. So if currently x holds 50, y holds 50, they will match, this condition will be true and it will print yes. Print 1 if x is equals to y. print 2 if x is greater than y, otherwise 3. Okay, so x has got the value 50, y has got the value 50. I want you to write if else if statements where if x is equals to y, print if x is equals to y, print 1, if x is greater than y, 2, if x otherwise 3 in any other condition. Okay, so pause the video, write down your answer, and when you're ready, play it again. So the answer is x is equal to x. If x is equals to y, double equal to, then print 1. If x is greater than y, print 2. Else, for any other condition, it will be 3. Okay, well done. Next question is on switch. Insert the missing part to complete the following switch statement. Remember, we said int day switch. You have to put something here, filling the blank, and then fill those blanks in as well. Pause the video, and when you're ready, play it again. So the answer is switch day. So switch has to know which variable it is looking at. Okay, so we're looking at day. Case is a keyword. Case 1. So if the day is 1, it will come here. If case is 2, it will come here. The break statements are there to come out of the switch statements. Okay, next question. Complete the switch statement and then add the correct keyword at the end to specify the code to run if there is no case match in the switch statement. Okay, so int day is equals to 3. I want you to fill in these blanks here. Pause the video, write your answer, and when you're ready, play it again. So the answer is int day 3 switch day. So we need to specify the variable case, which is a keyword, and when it matches that particular one, it will perform whatever it needs to perform in this block. Case 2 console and break statement to come out to complete that block. And we also discussed about this keyword called default. Default performs if none of these values matches, none of these cases are matched, default block will be executed automatically. Okay, so that's it in this session, guys. We will see you again in the next session. Thank you.